Okay, today our Dr. King will give a brief introductions on topic about sales and leasebacks alternative finance vehicle for shipping. He's very famous on his shipping finance. So that's why I introduced the teacher come here to give a lecture. And of course, they will give a fully English lesson. So today we'll just a big welcome to our teacher to give a lecture. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your warm-hearted welcome. Actually, this is my first time to visit Taiwan. I have visited Singapore for several times because my wife also stayed there for 2 years. I don't know the reason, but I never visited Hong Kong. I have never visited Taiwan, but honorably, it's my great honor that Professor Yang invited me to here. Actually, I met Professor Yang 5 years ago, not in Taiwan, not in South Korea, in Vietnam. It was coincidence. It was truly coincidence, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, since then we have kept a close touch. So and then he finally listed this kind of the opportunity, and it's great to me. It's my great honor to be here, right? So when I asked to have a guest lecture from Professor Yang, I thought one class is for graduate students. Right? So for graduate student, I want to be more academic. So here it is not so practical. It is just academic, just a summary of my recently written academic papers. Right? So the topic is the Sale-and-Leaseback. I think it's not so familiar to you, right? You never anyone have ever heard about Sale-and-Leaseback? No.
Yeah,
No. Did you?
Yeah, I heard.
Right, yeah. It's kind of the financing method. But if you hear what Sale-and-Leaseback is not the finance method, but in reality, it is kind of the financing. So let me tell you one by one right now. All right. Before my lecture, one thing. Because I'm not a native English speaker. So my English is not so perfect. So if you can't understand what I'm saying, or if you have any question, or if you think what I'm saying is wrong, please raise your hand, or don't raise your hand, just interrupt. Just interrupt. I like interaction between the lecturers and the students. Yeah, so it means that I'll ask a lot of questions to you. Right. So if you have any comment or any question, just interrupt. It's perfectly acceptable. Right. So let me see one by one. I expect that the introduction will be quite long, because the first four sections, 4 points are the introduction. To understand the meaning of the SLB, we need to learn the review of shipping industry for the past 2 or 3 decades. And then, secondly, I have to briefly explain what the characteristics of the shipping industry. Okay. And then the third one is how it looks like the financing activities or financing behaviors of the shipping companies. Okay. And then finally, we'll reach what is SLB, Sale-and-Leaseback. Okay, and the 3 are the academic journal papers. Why shipping companies go for SLB? Why? What is their motivations? And then second, SLB is a financing method, financing activity. In finance, not in finance. In most business or most economics, what do you think is the most important? What do you think is the most important? Price. Price, right? So the rate of return, or it's the same as the interest rate. Interest rate, you borrow or you lend money, right? So what is the interest rate? What determines the interest rate in the SLB. What the cost, what the price of sale-and-leaseback, right? And the third one is so shipping companies go for sale-and-leaseback. Why do they? So what's the result? What's the outcome, right? So what's the outcome? Wow, how much we earn from SLBs? These are the three papers. Actually, just before the lecture, I briefly talked about this system. These are the three journal papers written by me and my PhD students. And it is kind of the three-paper system. Well, I think that you, in this university, you don't have such a system, but it's quite common in the USA and in the UK. Usually, you may think that our PhD student, they should write a thesis, long 200 or 300 pages long PhD thesis, right? Right. But in the UK or the USA, the PhD student does not write his or her thesis. He or she just write three journal papers. And if one or two of the papers are published in leading journals, then they just combine the three papers, and this is my PhD thesis. So I tried this method. Yeah, I tried this method. I think your supervisor, I'm not sure whether your supervisor allowed it or not. But because if there is no regulation, it's not acceptable. So let me show you one by one. The first one is the review of the shipping industry. I think Murphy, you are working in the industry. Yeah. How long have you been?
30 years.
30 years.
But I involved in airline,
right?
not in shipping industry.
Yeah.
Same in carrier, but I was focused in air cargo.
Air cargo, right? How about you, Thomas? How long have you been in industry?
I think 6 years.
10?
Yeah,
6 years.
6.
Just
Only
6.
6 years.
Only 6 years.
Yes.
Right. Well, then let me ask Murphy. So, for the past 30 years, when do you think was the golden period for you? Just for you.
For me, the period of COVID-19.
Period of COVID-19. It was the golden age to you.
For me, golden age means hybrid.
Right. Exactly.
For past
30 years.
30 years, I think the air cargo selling rate, I think the period during COVID-19 is the highest.
Exactly, yes, right. For transportation, well, COVID-19 was a kind of a disaster to our work, isn't it? Yeah. But for shipping guys or the transportation guys, yeah, COVID-19 was kind of a divine intervention, or gift from the God. Gift from the God. Right. But before the COVID-19, when do you think it was the most good period, the best period?
1980.
1980.
The golden 10 years.
Golden 10 years, 1980.
Especially in 1980 to 1819.
Oh.
Yeah, 1819. 1980.
1980. Oh, it was a golden period, right? Because at that time, the world economy grows a lot. Yes, right. The world economy grows a lot, and after the oil shock, and there was no war in the world during the 1980s, and and I think at that time, the Taiwan has its growth rate was the highest among its economic development, isn't it? 1980s, right? Because South Korea has a similar experience during the 1980s, right? Well, for shipping guys, usually the golden period was the early 2000s, just 20 years ago, because of mainland, your neighboring mainland, right? In 2001, what happened to the world economy was that the mainland China, they joined the WTO, World Trade Organization. It means that the mainland China, they become the player of the world economy, world trade. So I would like to describe, I would like the situation at that time, just like to describe, it's explosive. It was explosive, right? So, reviewing the shipping industry for the past 30 years was 3 decades or 3.5 decades, right? This is the index of the dry bulk earnings. So, how much a dry bulk can earn in a day, right? So, how much per day? How much a dry bulk can earn in a day? So, from 1990s, blah 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 blah. But after 2001, when mainland China joined the WTO, what happened? I don't know the reason. Anyway, there was a spike in the shipping freight rate, right? Shipping freight rate, and then in 2007, it was the peak. It was the peak, and 2008 it was the peak, right? But suddenly, the earning dropped down. I'm not sure we have both this, right? As far as I remember, it was November 2008. The BDI, the Baltic Dry Index, one of the representative indicators of the shipping market, right? It read about it's over 10,000. Yeah, the BDI was over 10,000. But after 5 months later, April 2009, it read 900. 900. Just between 5 months. Yeah, just between 5 months. Yeah, from over 10,000 to 900. It happened here. It happened here. And then
I think that's the financial crisis.
Exactly. Right. Since then, shipping market has not gone. well, the price level, the freight rate level was almost similar before the China effect. We say this is China effect, right? Before the China effect, right? It's similar, but it was one of the darkest ages for shipping companies, right? Well, let me tell you the list later. Anyway, after that, and then, due to, we have to say, thanks to the COVID-19, shipping guys enjoyed another increase in freight rate, right? Because here is the dry bulk only. The mid-2000s, we say it was the age of dry bulk, right? But the COVID-19, many shipping guys were happy, but especially container guys enjoyed that time a lot, right? This is the CCFI, China Containerized Freight Index, right? Blah 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 blah. Suddenly, five times increase here, and then, it happened almost 2 years old. Yeah, 2 years old, happy years. Yeah, happy period. Right. I have to tell this. Right. Well, every market has its own cycle. And sometimes it has a good period, and sometimes it has a better period, right? It is not exactly estimation, but usually in the shipping, we usually regard 10-year long cycle in the shipping. So 1 or 2 years of good period, and then rest of 8 or 9 years of bad period, right? But here it was a really exceptional case. 2003 it was fantastic. 2004 fantastic. 2005 fantastic. 7, 8, 5 or 6 year long of good period. Yeah, it was really exceptional case. Well, I read the annual review and outlook of shipping published by the Clarkson Research, right? Like one of the most famous reporters in the shipping. Well, every year they say Why? In 2003, yeah, it was good. It was good. But we will have downturn this year. But 2004, oh, we are wrong. This year, definitely we'll have downturn. 2005, oh, we are wrong again. But this year, definitely. And then 2007, no, we have been wrong, so we correct our forecasting. This year will be good. And then the market collapsed, right? So this 5 or 6 year long, 5 or 6 year long booming period was really exceptional case. Not in general or not so common in the shipping market, right? Usually the good days just less than 1 or 2 years. Okay, right? So let me show you what happened in the shipping market. Well, again, the most important one is the freight rate or the price. The freight rate is the price of the shipping transportation or shipping service, right? So as we have reviewed, good day, and then since 2008 and 2009, yeah, it suddenly dropped and market almost collapsed here. And then 10-year long of recession. So during this time, there was a restructuring in the shipping market. So many shipping companies are gone in history. They just gone. Yeah. And one of the most biggest one is the Hanjin Shipping, the Korea's largest one, and it was the seventh largest, and it's when it's a heyday, it was the third largest in the world, but it has gone. This is just my private thinking, my private experience. Actually, I was about to work for Hanjin right after my graduation. So if I choose Hanjin, then I may not be here, and then I may lose my job. Right. So this it was almost a 10-year long recession during this period. Right. So this is freight rate is the price. Then I think you may know some basic principles of economy. How a price is determined. How price is determined. Right. Well, the price is determined where the supply and demand intersect. Right. So we have to analyze this up and down of the price. Then we have to analyze the demand and the supply. Right. Let me show you the demand first. Right. Here was the demand. Right. The world civil trade. This is ton miles, not just the weight of the ton. This is ton miles. It is the I think you're familiar with this concept, right? The product of the weight and the distance, right? World ton mile. So actually, the world trade in the world trade, we seldom see such a sudden up and sudden down. We seldom see such kind of observations. But in the early 2000s, it was China effect. We have seen 6%, 5% of growth in the world trade this period. But how about after the financial crisis? At best 5, usually 3 or 2. I think this is normal. Well, I think Bertie, you were working during this period, right? Yeah, it was really happy days, right? Well, I think we had some wrong judgment about the economy because due to the China effect, we enjoyed very high growth rate. So we thought at that time, oh, this is normal. Well, the world economy or the shipping demand will grow at least 5 or 6 years every year, 5 or 6% every year. Yeah, many people had misjudgment at the time, even I did. But financial meltdown, financial crisis in 2008. Right? Actually, it started from 2009 and 2007. 2007, it was started by the subprime mortgage in the U.S. And then next year, it led to the financial crisis. Right? So, I've never just the negative growth in the world trade here, right? So the world trade reduced in 2009, right? And then we never had such a high growth rate in the world trade, right? Well, but again, I would like to tell you that international trade, that we do not have so much change in the international trade. It means that the demand for shipping transportation does not have so much change, right? Well, this is just my argument, right? Usually, the shipping cycle comes from the supply side. Let me show you the supply side, because well, at first it looks like even shipping companies are run by goods, because this is the supply side of the shipping. During good days, 2003 and 2004, yeah, the supply of the shipping, the growth rate of the shipping supply was 7%, 7%, right? But you know what happened in 2009? The price dropped down, the market collapsed, right? But shipping guys are fools. They are fools. They provide more ships in 2011, 2011. They are fools. What happened? What happened to them? Why do they increase their supply during this good day? Why do they increase their supply after the market collapsed? They fools. Why? What happened?
I think because in the past they order the ship.
Hmm?
Yes. It the ship they produced in the past, like the ship appear in this year, but they all make order from 3 or 4 days ago.
Right, yeah. Oh, exactly. Well, think about in this case. So, well, I'm a smartphone maker, and Professor Yang is the smartphone seller, right? If Professor Yang ordered me, oh Kim, can you make, let's say 10,000 of smartphones and deliver to me, right? Then it usually takes 1 or 2 months, even some week, yeah, just a week, right? It's enough, right? But in shipping, if Professor Yang ordered, okay, Kim, I would like to order a ship that can carry 10,000 tons of cargo, right? It usually at least 1.5 years. If for me to build a ship, right? So the supply of shipping service, we can't increase the supply of the shipping service by certain, right? At least it takes 2 or 3 years. Yeah. That's the problem, right? So let me show you what happened here, right? So new building orders were placed between 2006 and 2008. Right? It was the golden period, right? We say it was a new building crash. Well, between 2007, even in 2007, many people know that the world economy is in bubble. The bubble will at last burst. Usually, right? Many people worry about when the bubble will burst. No one knows, right? But anyway, it is by principle. It is by principle. You know, even though it is now in bubble, but if you earn money, you have to enjoy. You have to enjoy. That's what he says. That's what he says. Anyway, we know that we are in a danger, but we are still earning money. Then in this case, we have to do it. And this is how the capitalist society goes. Right? Well, it's very philosophical issue. Well, the capitalistic the economic system. We have to grow continuously. If there is no growth, or if we have negative growth, something will be wrong happen in capitalistic economy. That's what happens, right? So when you know when there is a problem, but we are still earning the money, but we can't stop. It's like riding a bicycle. You are riding a bicycle, we are riding a bicycle, but if you stop, what happens? You can go down. Yeah, go down. It's the capitalistic economic system, right? So between 2006 and 2008, the new orders, right? So here, 2007, the number of new orders, it was about, what is the unit here? Million deadweight tonnage, right? So 264 million tons of new loading orders. Well, the line shows that the share of new loading out of the world fleet. It means that if there is 100 ships in the world now in operation, then 25 new ships were placed in order. It means 25 additional ships will be in the market within 2 or 3 years. Right. This is what happened here. So, you will be plenty, and the market collapsed in 2008 and 2009, right? Then, still, the order book. Well, it takes 2 or 3 years, right? So, the shipyard, they usually write a list, their order list, right? So, here, the order book here, 2009. It means that in 2009, if there is 100 ships in the operation in the world, then 52 additional ships will be in the market in 1 or 2 years. I think this is the most scary moment. Well, think about a tsunami. Well, if there is tsunami in front of you, we do not have any time to fear. Right? But if you see the tsunami is over there and it's operating to me, this is the most scary moment, isn't it? Right? It is. In 2009, the market collapsed, but there are additional ships to come to market. And then finally, the delivery comes realized in 2011 and 2012. Yeah. That's why the shipping supply increased even in 2011. And the freight rate still goes down during this period. Right. This is what happened in the shipping industry for the past 2 decades. Any question to the first section? Well, any comment from your experience? Yes, Thomas.
Why is the I think page 6 or 7 for the container price?
Yeah.
It doesn't have the golden year.
Yeah, right.
There.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think it is China Containerized Freight Index. Yeah, it was invented in 2003. Yeah, at that time it is not so trustworthy. This time. Yeah. And also, I heard from shipping guys, practitioners guys, yeah, in the mid 2000, they say it was a bulk age. So, bulk guys, the bulk shipping enjoyed the freight. Yeah. But in the COVID-19, I heard that it was a container age. So, the container guys enjoyed the moment. Yeah, that's what.
We are getting straight because for China it's belong to training the economic system.
Yes, right.
So likewise, because 2008 will be held Olympic. 2008,
right.
For a lot of product to produce the
Yeah.
construction.
Yes,
So
right.
no content, it belongs to low material, not related to the container. The majority container product always just consumer product.
Yes, exactly.
Finally finish your end. So that's why you put a lot of raw material from outside. So you can
Right.
see the Bulgaria's index is up, but however, compared with the container, it belongs to consumer products.
Yes, right.
Turkey, no.
Yeah.
So that's why from 2004 to 2008, we put a lot of product. But after they finish the Olympic Games, so they don't need to import a lot of product from outside. So that's why, for
But carriers see that all the freight is up, so the build up the ship they take two years. So that's why the ships after 2 years the ship a lot of just appear in the market, but freight down because for China don't need to import a lot of product for us.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So also this is China-based index. So I heard that compared to bulk carriers, the container guys didn't enjoy it, but anyway they also enjoyed it. They enjoyed a lot of profits at that. Right. Okay. Then let me go to the next section. Next section is the idiosyncratic features of shipping. Well, the characteristics of the shipping compared to other industries. Right. The first one is the volatility. Right. As I show you in the freight rate, well, here, Clarkson Index, December 2007, it read approximately 48,000, right? But after 5 months later, it read just 8,000. 16, right? The dry bulk, it was more serious, right? Over 10,000, then it dropped to the 900, 95%. Yeah, 95%. So shipping, the freight rate of the shipping up and down is too volatile. So, but we cannot say in absolute terms whether it is volatile or not. We should compare the shipping freight rate into others, right? So the first one here, usually volatility. We measure the volatility or the variance or the standard deviation of their returns, right? Here, Clarkson Index, the volatility of the Clarkson Index is 35%, and Baltic Dry Index, the dry bulk usually has more volatility, right? So 53, right? Compared to these two, freight rate, Clarkson and Baltic Dry Index, how about the stock market volatility? Less than 16%, right? Double or 3 times more volatile than the stock market. How about the bond market? It's just 7%, right? So shipping market is too volatile. This is because of the special features of the shipping supply and demand, right? Because I think I do not have enough time to explain this. This is slide 13. I have a 60 slide.
So we take a break on that. It's up to you. We take a break on that. It's up to you.
Yeah, all right. But I want to.
Slide.
Yeah, I want to finish my slide. Okay. Anyway, so the shipping market is so volatile, right? The second one is the shipping market is European market. I think that it is still European thing, right? Let me ask Days. Which country do you think is the wealthiest in the world? Yeah. Which country do you think is the richest? Yeah, rich. Yeah. In the world. With America, you mean the USA? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Right. What is your criteria to reach or not? Why do you think? So your answer is the USA. Why do you think the USA is the richest? Because they have lots of money, right? Lots of money. In terms of what? Lots of money. What? Well, when we usually think a country is wealthy or not, we usually use the term GDP, gross domestic product, right? Gross domestic product. Well, nowadays the world total GDP is about $100 trillion. 100 trillion. It's just a rough approximation. Yeah, rough, right? And the GDP of the USA is 25. So a fourth or a quarter of what the GDP belongs to the USA. Well, actually, it was reduced, contracted. Right after the Second World War, the share of US GDP was half of the world. Half of the world. Anyway, the USA has the largest economy in the world, right? So when we talk about the economy, we have to point out 3 regions: the North America, where the USA belongs to, right? The North America and the Europe, right? And the third one is the East Asia. East Asia. Japan, China, South Korea, and Taiwan. Right. This is the third lot. No, I think nowadays this is more larger than the Euro, because the European economy has contracted recently. Right. So when you talk about the economy, we have to look at the 3 regions: North America, Europe, and the East Asia. But in shipping, there's no. In shipping, traditionally, shipping market is controlled by the European countries. It is a European business. And then, recently, many Asian countries, right? Here is a table of the world fleet by the country, right? Greece, European country. Second one is the mainland China, East Asia, Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, Republic of Korea, South Korea, Germany, Bermuda, Norway, the UK. There's no, we can't find the USA or the Canada or the Mexico in this table, right? How about here? Top 10 container ship operators here, right? We can't find, see the flag, we can't find any American companies here, right? Swiss, Denmark, Europe, Asia, Asia. Right. It is traditionally, it is a European game, but nowadays the rise of the Asian countries, it is the players shape the shipping market in the world now, right? So it is a special feature of the shipping industry. Okay. The third one is the capital-intensive industry. Capital-intensive industry. Well, in case of container shipping, it is a little bit different story. But many, especially for the bulk carriers. One of my colleagues, he is running a bulk shipping company. He has 3 Panamax ships, relatively good. But can you imagine how many persons work in his office? He has 3 Panamax ships. How many workers in his office? 9. Yeah, just 9.
3 for every ship.
Yeah. Just 9 persons, they operate 3 ships. Right. Especially for bulk carrier, they just need ships, lots of persons. But in container ships, they hire lots of personnel. But still, even container ships, the employee less number of workers than other industries.
The friend is belong to shipping broker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shipping broker.
No.
No.
Yeah, shipping carrier. Shipping carrier. Yeah.
Impossible because one ship you have to hire at least 25 crew.
Oh yes, yeah. Except the crew. Yeah. Office workers. Yeah. Oh, because crew they provide from the main companies. Yeah. Right. Right. So only 9 operate 3 ships. And also, shipping has very unique.
Sometimes it belong to ship management company.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't need to hire a lot of people.
Exactly. Right. It means so onboard workforce they don't need to hire. Right. Okay. Another one is that shipping has a very liquid second-hand market. Right. If you don't have enough time to have a new building ship, you have second-hand market. You go to the second-hand market, get a new ship. That's possible, right? Professor Young?
Yep.
Yeah. Can I have 10 minutes break?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
10 minutes break.
Yeah.
Right, it's 2:20, so we can have 10 minutes break. Right. I'm a little bit concerned about I can finish this slide or not on time. But anyway, let's have some 10 minutes break. Right.
Thank you.